It's been a full 24 hours since that debacle that was Manchester United against Bournemouth. The Reds had their cherries popped well and truly. I'm still not over it. I'm angry. The more you read into it, I've done some more today myself. I needed to give myself time before I actually did another video on this. I'm still raging. I want to get into our captain Bruno Fernandes. More comments have come out from Ten Hag. I want to actually look at some transfer news that came out today as well. Some absolutely ridiculous, some actually not too bad. But does it matter when you've got this as your team and this club as your setup and your only hope? This is FUTV. It's Forever United TV. Welcome along, everybody. Thank you for joining me on the live stream this evening. A little bit later than usual. I thought I'd give you guys a chance tonight to have your say. I want to get more into the comment section. I'm going to go through the news and everything like that, but I want to get your input today. We had guests on last night in Jay. So tonight, instead of doing the same with guests, I want to get your thoughts because you know I like to get your input. I know I want to speak to you. I know what you're feeling. I had over 1,000 messages yesterday after that game. I've not been able to get through them all. So let's get into it now, everyone. Yes, reading in to everything that was. I did a show on Top of the League this morning. It's supposed to be about the papers in general, about everyone at Manchester United. No, about everyone in the Premier League. See, I can't even get past United. Oh, my God. Help me. God, please, someone help me get through this. But yeah, no, that show is supposed to be about general Premier League and the paper talk. It's dominated by United. Absolutely just taken over by Manchester United. We can't get out of the news and there's nothing good in it. Absolutely nothing good in it at all. I want to get into something on Bruno Fernandes though, because like I've always said on this channel, I'll say it as it is. I'm not going to be a negative person. I will be when the football's crap. I mean, come on, you can only call a spade a spade. You're not going to deny it just for the sake of trying to make a nice channel. I'm going to tell you as it is. I've got a player in Bruno Fernandes who I love. I love his work ethic. I love everything about him. But when the chips are down and you cannot deny what your eyes are seeing, I want to get into Bruno Fernandes as well tonight because there's something come out that I didn't see that I've read today that I want to get your guys' opinions on. And it just brings up the whole leadership problem at Manchester United right now. I'll get into it in a minute. I just want to say hello to everyone in the chats. We've already got over 200 people in the room with us. We're only a couple of minutes in. It's fantastic stuff again. Cheers for all of you for joining us here today. And again, yeah, let's just, what can we say? Let's just get into the conversation. I mean, Bruno Fernandes, honestly, I just look at him and go, right now, he looks like a player lost, a man lost. And there's some quotes coming out from Bruno Fernandes which really disturb me. I'm sick of the apologies. You can see it in the thumbnail. Sorry, just ain't cutting it. I mean, Manchester United's record right now is just one of absolute, it's shit. There's no other word to describe Manchester United at the moment. I've got pundits that I want to talk about that I've actually just called and said Ten Hag needs to go now. If Manchester United want to continue, Ten Hag has to go now. I was on TalkSport 6:30 this morning. 6:30 after that debacle. I was still wide awake. Like, literally cannot sleep when football is this deep in, and it's this deep inside you. And I know there's a lot of you in the chat that are exactly the same. You cannot sleep, can you? It's restless, tossing and turning, thinking about what we should have done and what could have been and what we all thought was going to happen. And then your mind boggles as to how crap a performance can change from 3 days before. It's just unfathomable. It is just beyond belief. And that's what I was like. So 6:30 this morning, I'm on talking to Natalie Sawyer and Tony Cascarino. And Tony Cascarino is saying exactly the same things that are going through my head. And it's like questioning Ten Hag. And I know where the problem is. I know the problem is the players. In my head, I'm thinking like, I'm defending Ten Hag here, but I'm not. I'm calling him out at the same time. But I cannot see a way how Ten Hag makes this work. It's like every other manager. This isn't a Ten Hag issue. This is a Manchester United manager in general issue. And it doesn't matter what team it is. As long as it's got that nucleus of players that I've talked about before that are still there, still stealing a living, we're going to have a problem. We're going to have a massive problem going forward. Ten Hag is just a Manchester United manager that hasn't been able to cut it with the certain players that we've got right now. That's not his problem. That might be his problem in some people's eyes. I criticised his selection yesterday. I want to move past that now and go on to the next bit, because now I want to bring in the captaincy of the football club, because The manager sends out his team and he sends out his captain as his voice, his ears, his everything, his words onto that pitch. That's what a captain should be. And Bruno Fernandes, for me, and this is what he said. I mean, Bruno Fernandes has said this. He says in his interview after the game, I think we went into this game thinking it would be easy. We went into this game and we didn't take into account what Bournemouth's strengths are. What? What? What's going on at Carrington? What's going on in the changing room at Old Trafford? What words are being spoken? Are we talking about whose music's best this week? Who gets to play the tunes in the changing room? Like I said, everything that was Chelsea was forgotten about. They thought they'd done the job there. They give themselves some breathing space and they went out. It's Bournemouth. They've never beaten Manchester United at Old Trafford, ever. There goes another record. Smashed out the park by Areola. Do you know why? Because Areola did his own work and he prepared for the game. Like you should do. There's no excuse because he had another game in the week. He beat Crystal Palace. So, same amount of games, smaller squad, less budget to spend. On paper, not as good of players. But you know what they did? They prepared. I actually don't think Manchester United prepared. I really don't. How can our captain Bruno Fernandes be coming out and saying sorry to the fans, that's not what we wanted to give today, but in the same interview say we didn't take Bournemouth seriously. We went out there perhaps thinking that this game was going to be easier than what it was. You're playing in the Premier League. They've just beaten Newcastle and drew with Aston Villa, who are third in the bleeding league. How can you not be preparing? I want to ask you guys right now, and this is a serious question. Bruno Fernandes, I don't want him to go anywhere. I love Bruno Fernandes, like I said, but I'm not accepting that from our captain. I'm not accepting that. So I want to know from you guys, it's like, is there any other captain at Manchester United? Or have we dwindled it down? Has Ten Hag dwindled it down, isolated everyone to a point where all we've got is Bruno Fernandes? Is there another player that you guys would take as Manchester United captain? That's what I want to know. I'm just going to put it in the chat now. Is Bruno the only option? No. The only option for Manchester United captaincy? Let me know, guys, because last night I was slagging off Luke Shaw. He's a long-standing player. The other longest-standing player is Marcus Rashford. We know what problem we've got with him right now. Martial's been there just as long as well. Forget it. I mean, if Martial was your captain, then Jesus, God, I can't remember who it was. Delaney or someone who was on one of the foreign channels watching the game used to there seen a tweet come up saying Manchester United need to go to the youth system, bring in a forward from the youth team and put him out on the pitch instead of Anthony Martial because he will at least run. Wow, it's shocking, absolutely shocking. Let me just see now. We already have 100 likes in the chat. Thank you very much. Honest Tiger has just donated the membership. Who is picking that one up? Gaz Taylor has got that one. Gaz, welcome to the membership club, my friend. Make sure you do give Honest Tiger a thank you. He is one of our major contributors to the channel. Tomorrow, guys, actually tonight, I'm going to post out the members giveaway as well. That will be going out on the community post tonight. All information will be on that post for you, what to do and how to enter. So, guys, come on. I want to hear some names for captains. What have we got so far? Anyone coming up with anything? Best of a bad bunch, Adam, unfortunately. I mean, that's exactly how I'm seeing it. It really is. Don't forget, guys, this is your show. This is an interactive show tonight. I want to get your input on everything. I'm going to talk about the stories that are out there and my thoughts and everything, but I want to get your input on this. So straight away, I'm throwing it out to you there. Simple question to you guys. Is Bruno the only option for a captain? Get some names in the chat. Enter the poll as well. Let me know. It's a straightforward yes or no answer on the Bruno for captain. Is there anyone else in this team? I mean, I've asked the question. Maybe I'm going to answer it for you by asking that question because I can see people now struggling for names. Give it an no. I mean, people are making jokes about it. This is what Manchester United are now. We're a laughingstock. We're actually making jokes about our own team because it's become that much of a debacle. It's crazy. Uzi says Casemiro, Varane, Luke Shaw are all above him as a leader. I don't know, honestly. I don't know. Maguire, Martinez, Varane again. I have nothing. Don't see any leaders in this team, says Anthony Wisdom. United Spotlight. Casemiro for me always should be should have been. Bruno has never been captain material. I think he leads by example in the amount of effort that he puts into the game. I can't deny him that. I just feel like his game has gone a bit erratic. I think the captaincy for Bruno has gone to his head a little bit, and he sort of lost his game along the way. We've seen this. We've seen this so many times. When someone gets the captaincy, it sort of just changes a player, doesn't it? I think it's more so. It's like watching cricket, isn't it? It's like when a player gets the captaincy, it goes to pot. You take that away from him, the pressure away from him being captain, they start playing fantastic. But yeah, it is a massive, massive concern right now that not one person in this chat can come up with a creditable name to be Manchester United captain other than Bruno Fernandes. And I'm not saying I want Bruno Fernandes to be captain. I actually do think he is the only option. But our captain now is coming out and saying, I mean, would anyone else answer that question any differently? Is Bruno Fernandes just too brutally honest in what he says? Do we have to give him credit for being honest and saying that? Because there's not many other people at the football club who are honest. I'm not accepting the apology. I'm not accepting the 4th defeat in the league at home this season. We've lost to Brighton, we've lost to Bournemouth, we've lost to Crystal Palace. Yes, I can accept Manchester City simply because it's Manchester City and they are the best team on the planet. But I look at it and I go, no, I can't accept the others. I can't accept losing to Galatasaray. Newcastle's understrength team, I probably can't even accept that. And a weak-ass defence of that first trophy we've won in 4 years in the League Cup. It's not on. Alien Tenor with a super chat. I'd take Captain Birdseye, to be honest, Adam. I'd take Captain Birdseye. Yeah, give me some fish fingers, mate. All day long. Maybe that's what they're dieting on. Captain America is available, says Trevor. Good one, mate. Luke Shaw has to be our captain. Plays when fit. One of the most experienced players at our club. But then you get performances like yesterday, Mark. And I don't know with Luke Shaw. I don't know if there is any issue there behind the scenes with him. It's hard. We don't know ultimately who is causing the problems, who the bad eggs might be. But you have to look at it and go, these players that have been here the longest, the ones that are failing continuously, the ones that are staying at the club, there must be a problem in there. There must be a problem in there. I just want to keep a check eye on this poll. Loads of voting on this poll. Is Bruno the only option for captain? 37% say yes, and 63% say no. He's not the only option. So come on, 63%, sorry. I want to see some captain options in here. Domingo, Captain Underpants is available. Sell a lot. Domingo's gone. He's finished with this team, I think, can't you, mate? Totally gone. Darren says Eric Ten Hag has dropped all the captains except for Maguire and Onana. Onana's never a captain for me. Never in a million years. And we know that Harry Maguire has failed as a captain. Well, you only have to look at Harry Maguire who, without being the captain. And like I just said, the pressure's come off him. And he's now playing the best football he's probably paid. More consistent for Manchester United anyway. So Guesser says 63%. Explain yourselves. That's it. Come on, guys. Let's get some in there. Martinez when he's fit. I mean, yeah, I get that. Martinez when fit again. Daniel Epifiano has both said that there. Take Lindelof, he's captain of the Sweden national team. Lindelof needs to be sold, Ake, in my opinion. He isn't good enough to play for Manchester United. Casemiro or Danny van der Beek. Come on, be serious. I think the main contenders there are players that we're actually looking at that might possibly be leaving the football club, and that's a worrying sign on its own, isn't it? That is a worry. For me, the likes of Casemiro probably are captain material. Martinez could be. The injuries have not helped us this year in any of that, but Bruno Fernandes, I think, is the right captain for Manchester United. I really do think he is the right captain. There's no one else there. I mean, would it be right if we brought another player in and made him captain? What are the credentials of being a Manchester United captain? What are the credentials of it? Because you look at it from the outside and it doesn't look like there's anything. It basically looks like, how long have you been at the club? Okay, that's good enough for me. You can be captain. That's what it looks like. The longer you've been at the club means you can be the captain. That's what it is. Remnants 100. Cheers for the earlier chat. I did see that. before the show actually started, I did call out Bournemouth and congratulate them on their performance. It wasn't just United being crap. Bournemouth were excellent. Over 900 in the room. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you are tuning in for the first time, everybody. Let's see if we can get over 1,000 in the chat again, guys. Early doors on the video, but we're already smashing it. This is brilliant stuff. The channel goes from strength to strength. I'm hoping that it's the honesty and just the realness about the channel that everyone is loving right now. It's not good for us, but at least we can suffer together. Let's see what else we got here. Remnants 100 says, why are the media reluctant to accuse Bruno of deliberately getting a yellow card? With the Liverpool game coming up, being booked for dissent is a plain act of cowardice in the eyes of the Liverpool fans. Now, Remnants 100 is a Liverpool fan in the chat with us here today. Do we think that Bruno did that on purpose? Should your captain know more? And this is the captain shout again for me. You know what games are coming up. Two of the biggest games for Ten Hag in his whole tenure. And as a captain, you need to act and set an example. I understand you're arguing and you're unhappy with the game. But the game has gone at 3-0. So why are you even tempting the wrath of the referee? Was it deliberate? Surely it wasn't. But someone needs to ask that question. Bruno would know. Ten Hag would have told him. Over 200 likes, by the way. Thank you very much, people. Absolutely smashing it. Let's see if we can get up close to the 500 mark again today, guys. That would be absolutely brilliant. So do give the video a like. And do share the video as well. Let's see if we can get that. Let's see if we can get the viewers up over 1,000. We're only 16 away right now. We're going to crash it. We're going to crash it. We're going to crush it. United crashes today, not us. Here in the room anyway. But yeah, it was Bruno Fernandes out of order for getting that yellow card. Philip Tabby says, it appears to me the reasons for yellow shown to Bruno is so poor. Game over emojis. Graham, hello Graham, hope you're well. Trippier has had 2 stinkers in a row. Do you think Newcastle is having a debate? I listened to a few Newcastle fans actually trying to back up Kieran Trippier. I think they're just absolutely worn out. I think that's the problem with Newcastle. Over 1,000 in the room, everyone. Thank you very much. Continue to like the video, guys. Subscribe if you tuned in for the first time. Brilliant stuff as always. Subscribe and hit the like button, please, people. Adam's going to shave his head for Christmas charity. No, there is no Christmas charity, Alien. Just as you said that, it dropped back under 1,000. So I'm blaming you, Alien, you bad boy. Adam, so now let me just see. Adam, all your show is missing now is a 9:45 AM show. 9:45 AM. We are going to be doing, and we are working towards 2 live shows every single day, guys. So let me know what you think. What time in the morning would you like? The evening ones are working really well. I think this time actually suits a lot of people. So I think we should continue with this sort of 7 o'clock, 7:15 time. Is everyone happy with that? It's your channel, guys, as well as mine. That's what I said this show tonight is about. We're having a conversation as well as everything else. Trippier played great for Everton on Thursday, says Danny Ellis. Yes. This is the thing. I mean, I said before the Bournemouth game, Manchester United are at an advantage because Bournemouth are playing 3 games a week as well as United this week. So there's no excuse. They absolutely ran their socks off and worked harder than us. Again, how many teams have we said that about coming to Old Trafford this season? It's an absolute joke. An absolute joke. But yeah, United now have that unenviable record, or Manchester United, post Alex Ferguson, have that unenviable record of now losing more games post Sir Alex Ferguson at home than Sir Alex Ferguson did in his whole 21 years in charge of Manchester United. Sir Alex Ferguson 34, and now every manager combined has lost 35. How sad is that? In less than half of Sir Alex Ferguson's whole tenure at the football club, we have now lost more games at home. We've lost 4 games at home this season already. 6 if you include the cups. That is unforgivable. Bayern Munich could make that 7 against us on Tuesday. And I'm not looking forward to that game at all. They're going to need a reaction after being smashed at weekend as well. Liverpool coming up. By the way, guys, we are building up big time. We have got something special this week, leading into the Liverpool game. So yeah, stay tuned for that one across FUTV, across Top of the League, across Anfield Agenda as well. There is a lot planned for this week, and a big build-up. Seems like it's just a fruitless one for United fans, doesn't it, right now? It's like the big build-up to what, Adam? People are asking. Big build-up to what? Another ass spanking? I mean, that's what it feels like right now. It feels like United are just heading into the Anfield game. Just lambs to the slaughter. Lambs to the slaughter. It is... honestly, I look at it and I go... And I want to just check the actual poll now and tell you exactly where we're at. 387 people have voted. Is Bruno the only option for captain for Manchester United? 40% say yes, 60% say no. We're going to finish that poll up right now. Let me just see. Yeah, that is it. Somehow we're only getting 99% vote here according to YouTube. I don't know how that works out. Craziness. Yeah, but going back to the game yesterday and then what happened afterwards, Ten Hag was also talking. So we had the Bruno interview, which was just not good enough for Manchester United. Ridiculous. How we can actually be unprepared for a game in the Premier League is just beyond the joke. I bemoaned the team selection in the first place, saying how are Manchester United not taking this game seriously? How can we even be thinking about Bayern Munich ahead of Bournemouth? For the massive, massive disrespect in that regard for me. Super chat in from John Lee David Black says, LFC fan, I enjoy your honesty, Adam. My little bro is a Man United fan. I know as a Liverpool Football Club fan the pain you're going through and your club, it will get better. That's coming from a Liverpool fan. Thank you very much, John and David. Really appreciate the super chat and everyone's contributions as always. But there's a Liverpool fan actually feeling sorry for us. Now, we do know that Liverpool went through the same sort of crap as what we did. I just feel like our expectations are more. We can't see an end to the ownership issue that is the Glazers. Not right now anyway. We're all clinging on to the hope that something will change when Sir Jim Ratcliffe finally takes charge of whatever part of Manchester United he is doing, just to see if anything really does change at Manchester United. I don't know right now. I mean, I'm going to get into transfer news as well shortly, but to looking at it from the outside, I go, well, it doesn't really matter who comes in right now. I can't get excited about any transfer news at all. I really can't. There isn't a player out there right now that really is, or that I can see Manchester United signing that's really going to excite me. And I'm being realistic by that, because there is news coming out about Todibo. Manchester United are favourites ahead of Spurs for Jean-Claude Todibo. I think we've all known this for a while, that this is the case with Todibo. I feel like he is the right type of signing for United going forward. A young centre-back who we can actually build a future around. So, yeah, again, I can see the benefit in that signing, but he's coming into a pile of shit, basically, and an absolute shitstorm mess that is Manchester United. Do you have any hope for any player coming in right now? Is it a lost cause straight away when United sign a new player? That's what I want to know. And I look at it and I go, Todibo must be looking at Manchester United. You can see the glitz and the glamour of United. You can see everything that is good about Manchester United, the history and everything that comes with it. But you must be, as a player now, and if there are honest agents out there, you must be looking at United and going, hang on a minute. If United aren't going to be paying these stupid wages, which it looks like they're trying to structure it that it's not going to be, maybe United aren't the favourites to drag these players in anymore. Maybe they're not. Alien in with a super chat. Cheers for that, bud. Do we have more chance of beating 6 eggs than Liverpool FC? Alien is on the Stella tonight, everyone, just so you know. We have 300 likes in the stream already, guys. Brilliant stuff. Thank you very much, everybody. Well over 1,000 in the room with us right now. Second stream in a row. Loving your content. Loving your input, guys, as always. The Smoke. Liverpool, most successful club in English football history. 68 trophies. Low our fans. Yeah, they are. But we're not talking about Liverpool right now. We'll talk about Liverpool in a week when we're coming to play them. But right now, we're talking about how bad Manchester United are. 150 mil for Braithwaite in the summer. What? Danny Ellis? What are you talking about? Good player, 150 mil? Where have you got that figure from? 15 mil maybe? What are you talking about? Let me know. What's the point in signing anyone? We need a clear out. Look at what happened to poor Donny van der Beek. I mean, players like this that are just wasting away at Manchester United right now is it is horrible to see. It really is. I mean, Donny van der Beek has just ruined his career coming to Manchester United. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has a lot to answer for when it comes to Donny van der Beek. How he convinced him to stay when he was all signed, sealed and delivered pretty much to go to Everton. Where was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer going with that? That for me was like the proof that Solskjaer was a Glazer yes man. And people are saying now this is the way that Erik ten Hag is going. Is there any coincidence that Manchester United are looking to get rid of the bigger earners at the football club to bring the wage bill down? That's where we're at with it now as United. It's sad to see that we haven't got the money to go out in January and buy anyone. The fact that we're possibly looking for takers on Rafael Varane, our best defender, so we can bring in someone like Todibo, is a damning report on Manchester United. It really is. Is Sancho for Malin deal real? It is, if United want to do it. Captain hindsight, it is a case of, and we did this video the other day, United looking for ways to get Sancho out of the club. It's difficult because no one wants him. No one wants him. So for me, I can see it happening just because of it. This isn't about, and I said this before in that video, it isn't about Malin's actual contribution he's going to bring to United or his qualities or whatever he can give United. It's about getting Sancho out. This is Manchester United and where we're at right now. We're having to bring in players that might be a bit better just to get players out of the door. I think United are really restricted in how they get rid of Sancho. By hook or by crook, if they're trusting this manager, Erik ten Hag, and they back him, Sancho is done and dusted. He's out in January. He's gone. He cannot last the season at Manchester United. There's no way around this. Absolutely no way around it. Logan M says, do you think Erik ten Hag is deliberately playing Harry Maguire, Scott McTominay, Martial just to increase their value to get them sold at the end of the season? Martial's on a free. His contract is running out. Maguire at the age of 31 when he finishes this season with 1 year left on his contract. We're not going to get any more than the 30 million bid we got in the summer off West Ham for him. And Scott McTominay, well, we need more. I think his goals have helped him this season, but performances like the one yesterday definitely aren't going to help Scott McTominay's value. Never in a million years. We're not going to get anywhere near what we need or what the club actually value him at. I see Sancho being here longer than Eric, says Domingo OT. If that is the case, this club is finished. That is, I'm not saying that against you, Domingo. It's a good point that you bring up. If Sancho outlasts Erik ten Hag, we are done. We are done. We'll just put the poll up again for you now. Will he see in the new year Erik ten Hag? Just honest opinions. Not if you like ten Hag and if you think it's right. Just let me know if you feel the club are going to move. Do you see United in the way they are pushing ten Hag out before the players? Just let me know what your feelings are on that right now. Put all your opinion to aside. Do you feel like, because you know how this club is, this is what's going to happen, it's inevitable? That's what I want from that one. Am I Erik ten Hag out, says Luca. No, I'm not Erik ten Hag out. I do criticise him for some of his decisions. And when you try and protect ten Hag, or when you try and defend ten Hag, he does something stupid. That's my problem with ten Hag. Lord Gondor says 80% of the players should be sold. I agree. Doing that is a completely different ball game altogether, though, and that's the problem United have got. Jaden got to apologise or go, says Rajat. Count CB. At this time, I'd accept United just offloading this deadwood. Even if we have to play youth players until the summer, we need to clear out, as per Rangnick says. The open heart surgery that Ralph Rangnick was going on about has never ever seemed more real. That that blast in that press conference from Ralph Rangnick is feeling more and more truer. It's being truer to the day. Every single day that passes, that statement looks more on point, doesn't it? It really does. I think we all knew it, but he's seen issues at Manchester United in the structure, in everything that was going forward. I've actually got a story. I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to move it on right now because this brings in Ten Hag, and I have talked about this before actually. And I'm going to bring on the actual journalist who told me more on this story. But the story in the Mail today was Harry Kane wanted the Manchester United move. Erik Ten Hag wanted Harry Kane. So how did the England captain end up in Munich rather than Manchester? That's the headline in the Mail. That was Chris Wheeler, another journalist who will be coming on the channel as well in time. But Manchester United wanted Harry Kane. It was simple as that. Manchester United, and I was told this by a journalist, and I will get that journalist on to back this story up as well. I won't say who yet until it actually comes around. But just trust me on it, please. I know there'll be people saying, yeah, you could easily just be saying this, Adam. Well, no, it's true. I know it's true. That Manchester United led, and Murto in particular, led Erik Ten Hag on that Manchester United were fully in for buying Harry Kane this summer. They went all the way through, making him think that we was going to get him in. Hence the delay on the Højlund transfer being the last one of the summer. And then at the end just said, no, it's not doable. It's not doable. Rather than tell Ten Hag we can't get him because Daniel Levy will not sell to a rival and we haven't got the money to take Harry Kane away from Spurs to make that happen because it's an elevated price because of the reasons I just said in not selling to a rival. Rather than tell him that straight out, they led him along to make him think that he was going to get, they were going to go in all for everything they could for Harry Kane. Manchester United could have bought Harry Kane for the price that Daniel Levy wanted. Instead, we bought Andre Onana and Mason Mount. We bought Højlund. I feel that Manchester United had to go for Højlund because in the end we found out that we could not get Harry Kane. That's what the issue was. For me, I wouldn't have bought Mason Mount. I wouldn't have bought Andre Onana. If I knew that I could have got Harry Kane or Declan Rice, I would have just let David De Gea stay. I mean, I didn't want David De Gea. I'm going to be honest and say that. I thought his time at United was done. I thought we needed an upgrade. I thought we was getting one with Andre Onana. We're finding out slowly that it's not much better in the world of Andre Onana than it was with David De Gea. So for me, if you'd have told me you was getting Harry Kane or Declan Rice, two players Manchester United needed over a goalkeeper and another midfielder, attacking midfielder we didn't need, you would have snatched their hands off for it, wouldn't you? But United did want Kane. I was sat in a press conference with Kane in Munich where he was asked that very question, and he said himself that United did come in for him and were interested in him. 1,200 in the room. That is a new record, guys, for FUTV. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Give yourself a round of applause and like the video while you're at it. That's your virtual round of applause. If you like the video, that's you clapping us now, hitting 1,200 people live in the room with us right now, guys. We're going from strength to strength. Why has my 400 mark not come up yet on my likes, everybody? You should be ashamed of yourselves. Get them likes up, people. We are not a million miles away from 400 now. 28 shy, so let's get liking the video, please, people. Brilliant stuff. Over 12 in the room with us. Couldn't have asked for more. I could have asked for more from the football team, but anyway, that's another story altogether. But yes, thank you very much, everybody. Brilliant stuff. Toxic, positively fan base. I don't know what that. Delusional. We can't beat relegation fodder. Get real. Bournemouth are not relegation fodder. I keep saying this. The disrespect on Bournemouth has been ridiculous from all of the United fan base. It's a bad defeat. 400 likes. Thank you very much, everyone. High fives all around. There come another round of applauses. Love it. We need to get 500 likes before the stream is out, guys. Keep it up. Keep it going. Brilliant stuff. But yeah, the disrespect to Bournemouth was untrue yesterday. I don't want to go into it again, but yeah, for me, nah. They're a good team, playing very well, beating good teams, and now I've just added Manchester United to their 5-game unbeaten run where they've won 4 and drew 1. Villa, United and Newcastle in that mix as well. So let's put some respect back onto Bournemouth and their performance yesterday. By the way, here's one for you. I think if my man Ben is actually listening, we can cut that poll short. I'm going to cut that off now. I want to know, would you take Dominic Solanke or Anthony Martial right now? Solanke at one point was a laughingstock, seen as a journeyman striker in the Premier League. Good enough for the Championship, the word was. Would you take Solanke over Rashford and Martial right now? I just want to know where you're at with this one. Hopefully if Ben is listening right now, he can put a poll up for me. I think he is anyway, but yeah, just let me know. Let me know either way if you guys can actually see that. I mean, Solanke or Rashford, Solanke or Martial, which one? I'm telling you right now, don't go off what I say. Make your own opinions on this. It's all about you and what you think. Am I being a bit knee-jerk? But I looked at that man's work rate yesterday. I looked at his hold-up play, the fight and the battle he gave to Luke Shaw and Harry Maguire. I thought he was superb. Abdi says he'd have Martial over Solanke. Oh, I love the opinions on this show. I'm only joking. Everyone has their own opinion. Tell me why. I want to know why. Add some context to it. Let me know what you think Solanke doesn't have that Martial does. And he can play 90 minutes. That's a bonus. That is a real bonus for any United player, it seems, right now. But yeah, Solanke better than both. I had him. Our best 11 of what we have fit for me is Bayende, Dalot, Varane, Maguire or Evans, Shaw, Palestri, Amrabat, Van der Beek, Fernandes, Garnacho, Højlund. I think, are you picking out some players there just because they haven't played a lot? I see where you're going with part of it, but I can't have Donny van der Beek. I can't have Evans. Dalot, I'm taking Aaron Wan-Bissaka for right now. I think Dalot is in horrendous form. I think someone said on the stream yesterday when me and Jay were talking after the game, if Dalot squares that ball when he goes clean through, makes it 1-1, that could be a different game. Ifs, buts and maybes as always with United, but it could be a different game. So yeah, you look at it that way and you go, yeah. Kaz says Adam can walk faster than Martial. I certainly can. I am a fast walker. My long ass legs definitely definitely could keep up with Martial's sprint. Martial is full of potential. This past 10 years he's just been getting going. One of the most sarcastic comments I've ever seen in one of my live streams. Yes, Martial, because it's reality. Graham, there is no reality on this show right now. Come on. I would take a player that has been sort of thrown in the mud in Solanke and disrespected, for him to turn it around now. And you've got to give credit to Iraola as well, the Bournemouth manager, for turning him into the player he is. Him and Billing were causing us endless problems yesterday. And you know what? He said it himself. We expected to get through in transition and do well in the transitions. And Iraola was bang on. Absolutely nailed it. Because they did. They smashed it in transition and destroyed us. So yeah, our goalie was out of contract. That's on De Gea. Yep, true. We could have given him a 1-year loan or something like that. And saved the money. Timo Werner is a top sausage. Would you take Timo Werner? Because he is apparently on the list for Manchester United. In fact, that takes me to another bit of transfer news from Sky Germany. Florian Plettenberg from Sky Germany talking about a Stuttgart striker, Sergio Guirassy, absolutely pulling up trees in Bundesliga right now. I don't know if you guys have seen this guy. The African striker who's got 18 goals and 2 assists so far this season in 16 games, I think it is. Absolutely smashing it. And Stuttgart are having one hell of a season right now. Could be a one-season wonder. Obviously, he was only signed last season from Dortmund. Is that an area of the pitch that United should be looking at? Should we be getting another striker? Would it be embarrassing Again for Ten Hag though, if Manchester United, after he's tried Martial at 9, Marcus Rashford at 9, he spent 60 million on Højlund, brought him in, still hasn't scored in the Premier League. Would it be a bit embarrassing if Manchester United went in for another striker right now? Or do we just have to accept our fault again? Can we afford a bleeding striker? I don't think we can, but if United went in and bought a striker, I need a drink. Lovely. If we bought another striker, would it be a damning on Ten Hag in poor recruitment? I'd love to know who is buying these players for Manchester United. I really would. We had a conversation outside Old Trafford with a few fans last night talking about why he was resting Højlund. People saying that he's nursing him through, just trying to make sure he's fit, making sure he's okay. Why would you spend 60 million on a player that you've got to nurse through a season? There's other options there. There really is other options there. I understand he's young, but Højlund has got a bad injury record with his back and his hip. It's not a good sign. Why are we actually bringing in a striker that we know we cannot play? No Timo on loan maybe. Timo Werner on loan, is that one? Another worker, not a great goal scorer. We've got one of them in Højlund already. I'm not having a go at Højlund. I just think Manchester United and where we were in the summer, maybe we needed to look at someone who actually is an out-and-out striker, i.e. goal scorer, rather than the potential, because I see potential. Potential only works if you're fully behind the manager. And right now I'm fearing Manchester United are not behind Ten Hag. I fear the worst for Eric right now. If Eric Ten Hag is bringing players in, young players, then I look at it and I go, well, it's a mistake. And I think this is where Manchester United's managers of the past have actually got it, gone down the road of getting in the quick-fire striker, the quick-fire player, the ready-made player, the quick fix. Everyone says that this is the wrong way to go about it. And I agree. I think it is the wrong way to go about it. But you look at a Manchester United manager's career, well in situ, in that dugout at Old Trafford, they don't have time to nurture through potential players. That's why every single manager that comes in is dealing with another 4 managers' players right now. I brought him in young. This was the right way to go. We're looking for the future. But it's not that manager's future. What is the point? Because you're not going to be in the club long enough to actually see the potential come through into that team and actually be the player that you think he could be. I don't think Eric Ten Hag will ever see the best years of Højlund. I don't. Honestly, no manager lasts more than 4 years at Manchester United. And that is when you're feeling lucky. No one's done 2.5, 2. Ollie's the longest serving one right now since Sir Alex Ferguson. And we all know how that ended. So anything that any manager buys right now, young, I understand why. But this is why the structure of Manchester United is completely bollocksed. Because the managers should not be buying the players. The structure, the director of football and the people above who know what philosophy they want their club and what they want their manager to be playing in, they need to decide who the manager is, and then in that interview process tell them, this is the way we work, these are the players that we're going to be bringing in for this type of football. Are you the right fit? First of all, you get a manager in that you actually think can play that way. But if you do not have that structure above a manager with the transfers coming in that suit the manager and the way you want to play, then you get the scenario that we're in right now. Managers trying to save their careers by bringing in quick fix players like Cavani, like Igalo, like Weghorst, like Sabitzer. Seasoned pros, journeymen you could say, who you know can do a job for you and maybe salvage something out of a season. Knowing that going into the next season, there is no sustainability within that and you're going to be where you are right now. That's happened to Mourinho. He did what he thought he was doing, going to be at Manchester United for years to come. Same with Van Gaal. Then out of the door because they didn't get what Manchester United, they didn't get what they wanted. They didn't get the backing from the club. They wanted more the season after and didn't get it. Super chat in from Leo J. Thank you very much for that, buddy. I would like to take the chance and do the Malam/Sancho swap deal. At least it's another option up front, and he can score. Or I would give, I would go and get a Penga, the RB Leipzig forward. I can see both. I can see, but like I said, is the next manager going to like this player? Because that's my concern in all of this. We can talk about players that might suit. Is Erik ten Hag going to be the man to actually see him through? Is he going to see that? Don't forget, guys, if you are a member, we now have the new badges, as you can see them there. I'm not telling you to FU, but if you can have a look on all of the members in the chat, there is the FU badge there. Forever United. How cool is that, guys? 500 likes in the bag, guys. Wow, well done. Massive. A massive stream for us tonight. Thank you very much. Brilliant stuff as always. All your contributions, all the new members, and all the super chats, fantastic as we go forward. So going on to what I was just saying then. Hello Mark in the chat. Hope you've been a busy man today. I don't know if anyone was watching the Spurs game before against Newcastle. Wow. I mean, we could be worse. We could be in a Newcastle or a Chelsea position right now. And that was a bad one today. But, yeah. You can't help but look at home, can you? You can't help but just look at home and how bad we actually really are. I'd like to just talk about Danny Murphy's comments in his article this morning. I don't even know if he was on Match of the Day. Obviously, it's a rule. Everyone knows that you don't watch Match of the Day if your team has lost. So I don't know if he was on there last night, but he's been talking today and saying Manchester United need to sack Erik ten Hag now if they want to dine at the top table of English football. Never mind European football. Danny Murphy's saying if United want to compete in England again, Ten Hag has to go now. Wow. That is quite a damning statement. It really is. Chris Hales with the super sticker. Thank you very much. First one as well. Let's celebrate it. And yeah, I mean, I honestly, I don't think there's any other manager. I don't want another stupid interim manager. We need to stick with Ten Hag for now. And what hope that he just makes it and comes good. That's literally what we're clinging on to right now with Ten Hag. That's where we're at. He needs to understand where his good players are and the ones he can rely on. Is that in the likes of Casemiro? Because there is a little bit of good news to finish the show with tonight, guys. And that is that Casemiro is back on grass. He's training again. Now, someone just come straight back to me and say, Adam, he was shit when he was fit. So why are you getting excited about that? I'm clutching at straws, clinging on to any positive that I can. You guys were all calling it out that Casemiro could possibly be another option as a captain for us. But he's back in training. So hopefully we will see Casemiro in a shirt, in a United shirt again, come the new year. Because I don't think he's going to be back in time before the festive period finishes. He's just started on grass again now. So I think we're going to be looking possibly like January time. I think that was where it was sort of said he would be anyway in terms of his recovery and where we would expect to see him back. But yeah, I feel like Casemiro, I think, was another leader in the team. Hopefully Ten Hag can see the light and bring Casemiro back in. I mean, I'd love to see the combination of Casemiro and Mainu in a team. I think that's someone who Mainu can definitely learn off and definitely come into the team and look up to and be inspired by. So yeah, I feel like that would be a great one. I really do. Quickly, just want to say massive thank you to everyone again tonight. We have over 550 likes. Brilliant stuff. We've had mainly over 1,000 people in the room with us all night. But yeah, it's been an absolute ball. And good to finish with a little bit of positivity in terms of Casemiro coming back into the team as well, hopefully soon. But yeah, the main headlines from this, and you know what, I didn't even bring up Calvin Phillips because you can forget that news. There's never going to be a Manchester City player coming to Manchester United, so I didn't even want to make a story of it. It's crazy. It's absolutely ridiculous. And no, it's not going to happen. Definitely not. But guys, that is it for the show tonight. Thank you very much, as always, for tuning in to FUTV. Enjoy your stickers, members, and members do watch out for the community post that's coming up. That gives you the opportunity to enter the giveaway which is coming up again. All the information will be in the post. Follow the instructions, and hopefully we will have a new winner for the 1988 retro third kits, the blue shirts. Absolutely brilliant. Love that shirt. He's one of my favourites, so hopefully you're one of the winners. But yeah, the community post is coming up. We're going to be giving that away a bit later this month as well, so it gives you all plenty of time to actually enter the competition. But for now, guys, that is us done and dusted. Thank you again to all the contributions, the new members, the super chats, and all of your messages tonight. Brilliant stuff. We've had an amazing weekend for the channel. It's not been great for the team, but you guys have backed the channel and we're going strong. We're already over 31,000. We only hit 30,000 the other day. We're now over 31. Looking ahead, I tell you, early next year we will have that 50k, people, and then we're chasing the silver plaque. Onwards and upwards. Try to stay positive. Bayern Munich in the week. Good news. We can beat them. Then it's Liverpool. Yeah, maybe not. We'll see. Guys, have a great one. I will see you all tomorrow.